Winter arc is a season of your life where you finally just take a step, you know? All year, we talk about the steps that we'll take, how this will be a great year, how this is our year, and then setbacks come along the way. That's natural, that's normal, that's part of life. What separates us from the rest of the world, though, right, being purpose-driven people, is that it doesn't matter what life throws at us, we're still gonna get back up. What happens when we fall down is that we get back up. It's that simple. Being purpose-driven means that you're the type of person to persevere through whatever difficulty or challenges that you're facing. Your spirit is a spirit of a warrior. And we're not worried about individual battles, but we're worried about the war. Winter arc is the opportunity where you can win the war. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Winter arc is the opportunity where you can still win the war. The war against yourself. We're not going against anybody else. This is not about being better than anybody else. This is about being the best versions of ourselves. So we're going to face difficulty. We're going to go through moments that we don't like. We're going to go through ups and downs. But winter arc grounds you, keeps you focused on the things that really matters. It makes you stop, and it makes you think, and it makes you pause, and it makes you want to finally take your life to the next level. You're looking at your habits, you're looking at your morning routine, and winter arc is a season where you're going all in, where the things that you said you were gonna do actually get done, no matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, no matter what life throws at you. You're continuing your journey. You are continuing your process. So, what do we focus on when it's winter arc? Okay? What do we focus on? What are the 4 things, at least for me, that I do during winter arc to really take my life to the next level and end off the year in the right way? So yesterday I was on IG Live, man. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I went live on Instagram yesterday. It was an amazing vibe. You don't have to follow me on Instagram. I don't know if you're on Instagram, but I be DMing y'all. I talk to y'all on there through the DMs. I was live yesterday. I post daily on there, so it's definitely a cool extension of this purpose-driven community. That's how I see it. And we did like an exercise yesterday of the things that are really important that we should be focused on, and this came from the audience. So one of the things that is important for us to understand during the season of our life is that we have to make a priority list. If you don't have a priority list, then distractions are going to find their way into your life because you don't know what exactly to prioritize. What you don't want to do is just float. Now, there's nothing wrong with floating. Like, some people like floating and they like going where life takes them. I like adjusting myself and aligning myself with the life that I know that I will be living, feeling that, knowing what that feels like, and then doing the actions to get there, taking the steps to get there. Really, I'm just assuming position. I'm asking myself, okay, the future version of me, what is he already doing? Right? Like, when I achieve all my goals and dreams, what am I doing? How do I feel? And it's like, in my opinion, I still have a priority list. I still have things that take me further, right? Because in order to maintain that level of success, or in order to maintain the goals that you want, there has to be systems in place. There has to be a way that you think. There has to be things that you do every morning, every evening, every night. Can routines change? Yeah, like, that's the fun in life, that nothing truly is ever the same. The only thing that's constant is change, but there's definitely things that we could consistently do on a daily basis. So my priority list, and what IG Live created with me, praying daily is part of the priority list. You know, building that relationship with the Most High God, right? And remember, the Spirit of God dwells within you, okay? This is not something that's just so away from you or external. This is something that's connected with you, period, point blank. That's why it's important to have moments of solitude, right? Another priority of mine is being grateful, staying fit, checking in on family, working on prosperity, right? So thinking about the goals that I have when it comes to prosperity and building out those systems. Self-care, mental clarity, stretching, meditation, creativity, and diet. Right? Awesome priority list. Like, now, if each of those things don't get done for the day, don't beat yourself up. Like, the whole point of this is to understand that if you're just doing one or two of these and you're taking it day by day, brick by brick, step by step, that you're still going to reach heights that you didn't even know were possible, because you're finally dialing in on the things that matters. And so then it's going to be hard for distractions to find you. What are distractions? Lust, status, comparison, jealousy, addiction, media, right? So like TV media, you have social media, pride, ego, lack of purpose, bad friends, self-doubt, immorality, lack of values, pleasure, right? So some of those things overlap, but those are distractions that could find us on a daily basis. A lot of those distractions can be fixed with the proper mental, right? Mental health, making sure that your mental health is on point, making sure that your mind is aligned with the life that you want, making sure that your mind is aligned with the desires, making sure that your mind is aligned with the armor of God, making sure that your mind is aligned with the person that you are becoming, with the person that you want to be. So what are some mental challenges that we face, right? And that's part 3, right? So distractions is part 2. So we wrote out our priority list. Then, right, we spoke about our distractions that we may have. But now we need to look at the mental challenges that we face. Because when you don't have power over your mind can take you places that you did not ask to go. Your mind can fall for the mental traps and the mental challenges. You control your thoughts. Take that with the utmost importance. Don't slack on that. Don't take that lightly. Understand the power that you have. I was reading about this yesterday, and on IG Live, we were going over, my book, The Purposeful Man Playbook. This is how we were able to create this, right? So through this book, you can also create this formula. That's why I tell y'all to go get my first book, The Purposeful Man Playbook. And yes, I said my first book because I am currently working on the second. Okay, we are working on the second book, man. Shout out to the community. I know you guys are gonna love it. So this book right here is another book that I was reading, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, that is teaching you how to make sure that you are controlling your thoughts and your thoughts are not controlling you. And what he was saying was truly taking that responsibility up and taking it serious. So when we talk about the mental challenges that we may have, let's take this serious, because now we'll know what to sort of look out for, right? So old life patterns, right? So you doing things that necessarily you're not proud of, things that you wanted to stop doing, but they keep finding their way back into your life. And it's not about perfection, it's about progression. But when an old life pattern comes up, as long as you're aware of it, then you're able to stop it, right? Awareness is key. In everything that we're talking about today, awareness is key, and understanding the power of your mind is key, right? Seeking validation, right? Procrastination. These are mental challenges, right? Procrastination is a big one. Seeking validation is a big one. Doubts, laziness, lustful thoughts, self-sabotage, family expectations, and the past. A lot of this has to do with the mind, right? A lot of this has to do with the mind. Seeking validation, only seek validation from God. Only seek validation from self. There's no need for you to be validated by anybody else. As long as you're not hurting anybody, and as long as you're on the path to goodness and you are doing your best to be a good person, then why do you need somebody's validation? Procrastination, right? It's up to us to be the best versions of ourselves. And part of that is really just acting and like doing instead of thinking. And you can think, and thinking is a good thing. Thinking consciously is even more great, right? A lot of people think, but their thinking makes them fall for one of these mental challenges, and then they don't pass. They don't pass the test. So if they're lazy, the mental challenges, the mind is saying, you could do this tomorrow. You can procrastinate, it's fine. But the truth is, you know that deep down it's not fine, because you actually want to get started today, and you deserve to honor yourself. And honoring yourself is doing what you said you would do. So procrastination is a mental challenge. Doubting yourself. If you didn't even try, then why are we doubting, right? Like, you deserve to try and figure out and see what the hell's going on. Like, you deserve to try. So why doubt yourself if you haven't even attempted? Laziness, right? Oh, we just spoke about that. My bad, y'all. Lustful thoughts, right? If you are battling lust, I've been helping people in the DMs on my Instagram. That's why I say follow me on Instagram, because I'm giving out a lot of free game over there as well, because that's where we're able to really just have conversations in the DMs. And it's just an easier way for us to interact. So if you are battling lust, DM me the word chosen. DM me the word chosen, and I will help you with that. All right. There's no shame in that. There's techniques when it comes to being aware of yourself, being aware of that lustful energy, and transmuting that into something more positive. So I would love to help you with that. OK, because I know that's a big thing going on in society, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. Self-sabotage. Right. We sabotage ourselves, to me, by not acting upon the things that we said we would act upon. Right. By not honoring what we said we would do. Coffee break real quick, man. Oat milk and cold brew. Oat milk and cold brew. Woo. The past. I mean, we can't control it. It already happened. Let it go. Focus on what you can do today. Family expectations. What about the expectation that you have of yourself? Like, it's time to look at self and ask yourself, who do you want to be and what do you want to do? And you have to honor and respect yourself. Can't worry about expectations that other people are putting on you, because you already have expectations that you're putting on yourself. So honor them. All right. So how do we have good mental health? Those are the mental challenges. So how do we have good mental health? Have a schedule. Pray. Be disciplined. Have structure. Have boundaries. Exercise. Purpose. Higher standard. Living by a higher standard. Taking action, which is the big one. Meditation. So all of these things are good. The one that sticks out to me the most, prayer is great, because prayer, even if you're atheist, prayer reveals to you what you care about. To me, everyone should pray. To me, everyone should pray. It's not about faith. You don't have to believe what I believe. I don't have to believe what you believe. Prayer reveals what you deeply care about. To close your eyes, to clasp your hands, to take a moment of meditation for yourself, and to pray about the things that you deeply need help with or desire, reveals to you what you should be prioritizing. So prayer helps you to see your priorities. Okay, I just gave y'all a big gem. All right. But have a schedule, pray, be disciplined, have structure, have boundary. All of these are great. The one that sticks out to me the most, and I wanted to highlight prayer because that's important, it's taking action. Because even prayer is an action, to be honest. But you need to take action. That to me, that's the number one thing. If you don't take action, then it's going to be very hard for you to defeat the mental challenges that we spoke about earlier. And if you can't defeat the mental challenges that we spoke about earlier, then it's going to be easier for you to be more susceptible towards distractions. And if you're distracted, then it's going to be hard for you to actually complete your priority list and do the things that matter, such as prayer, gratitude, fitness, family, prosperity, self-care, meditation, creativity, being on your purpose, being productive. Like, Whatever your priority is for the day, it could be business, it could be going to your job. It's going to be hard to fulfill those things in good faith to the highest of your ability because you don't have good mental health. So that means that you're falling for mental challenges. And then that means that because you're falling for mental challenges, it's easier for you to get distracted. And if it's easier for you to get distracted, then it's significantly hard for you to be on your priorities. So what we have to do is we have to have good mental health by having a schedule, by taking action, by praying, by being disciplined, by having structure, and by having boundaries. That will allow us to defeat the mental challenges. That will allow us to defeat the distractions, and that will allow us to prioritize our priorities. This is how you make the most of Winter Arc, and the truth is that is how you make the most of your God-given life. That is the answer, right? And like, you don't have to have that same formula that I have, but I have found that formula has worked for me in my life, and that is something that I found, that I prayed on, that I've worked on, that I've written, and it has worked. Having a priority list is huge. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't know what they prioritize. It's time for you to understand what it is that you are prioritizing in your life. Because once you do that, then you now you're on your purpose. Purpose is not just one thing, right? The true purpose of life is to evolve. It's to grow. It's to get 1% better each day. It's to be in alignment with the life that you truly want. Like, that's purpose. And so if that's one of our main purposes, then it's not just about doing one thing and finding one amazing thing to just do for the rest of your life. That's great. Some people do that, right? That's awesome. But the one amazing thing that you're doing in your life that's purposeful, it is evolving. So the simple fact that you're doing the things that we're speaking on today, where you're cutting out distractions, you have your priority list and you're focused, that's going to help you so much more than you know to be on your purpose and to also figure out your purpose, right? I think passion could help you figure out your purpose, but also looking at your life right now, today, and understanding your priorities, that to me is also your purpose, is to fulfill what matters to you most. That's purposeful work. That's purposeful work. So if you want to find your purpose, and I'll make another video on this, finding your purpose is not as hard as you think. What do you care about? What are your priorities? That's how you make the most of Winter Arc. But beyond that, that's how you make the most of your life. So in this version of your life, in this season of your life, you have to ask yourself, who do you want to be? What's the type of person that you want to be? And what version of your life are you trying to live? Is this the version of your life where you're still saying things and you're not fulfilling them? Where you said you were going to lock in, but you're not locked in? Is this still the version of your life where you said you were going to focus, but you're not focused? It's up for you to decide how you want your life to be. You got to understand, a lot of people don't take the opportunity of life as serious as they should. A lot of people take it for granted. What changed me is understanding to be grateful for the life that I have. I understood that not everybody has the opportunity or the privilege to actually change their life. I understood that not everybody has the opportunity or the privilege to be the best versions of themselves, but I do. So I'm not going to waste that opportunity. I'm not going to waste that privilege. If you don't see life as a privilege, then it's something that you might waste. There's people who waste their life because they're not reaching their fullest potential. I'm not talking about chasing success. I'm not talking about chasing societal expectations. I'm not talking about chasing materialistic things. I'm talking about you becoming the version of yourself that God wants you to be. You being the man that you're supposed to be. You being the woman that you're supposed to be. Shout out to the queens watching this, right? So we're kings and queens, and we have to act as such. We have to do the things that we know in our heart of hearts that we need to do. But I'm going to ask you a question. Are we actually focused on it? Are we actually doing it? If we say we're going to do something, are we maintaining that? Are we truly focused? Are we truly disciplined? Are we truly working out? Are we truly going to the gym? Are we truly being, who we said we were going to be? Winter Arc reveals, at least to me, who are we for real on a deeper level? Not who we said we are, but can we prove it? Can we act on it? Can we be it? Because in my belief, if you believe that you can do something, then you can achieve it. Winter arc is you proving to yourself that the things that you want to achieve can be achieved. Winter arc is proving to yourself that the things that you want, you can receive. But it takes a certain level of dedication. It takes a certain level of grinding. It takes a different mindset. This is no longer the season where you put yourself on the back burner or you put your goals on the back burner. This is the season where you focus on yourself. That's why when it's winter arc and you're going ghost, it's monk mode for you, you locked in, this is a different time. This is the time where you're truly focused on you and the things that you need to do, not anybody else, not the things that other people are telling you to prioritize. No, you're finally focused on you, not the partying, not the drinking, not none of that. You're focused on you. You're doing what you need to do. You're looking out for you. And I promise you, when you do that, you're going to see the results that you're looking for. You're going to win the war. If you haven't been locked in all year, this is your time to lock in, to focus, and to meet a different version of yourself. It's in there. It's within you. You just got to pull them out. That's it. Pull them out. Bless you. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. If you need help when it comes to defeating lust, some of these mental challenges that we're facing, if you want to work with me closer one-on-one, there's opportunities to do so. Please check the description. I've written out how you can DM me chosen if you're just battling lust and you just want help with lust. If you want help with your life overall and you want to work more closely with me, you can DM me the word brotherhood and we'll see if you're a great fit for the brotherhood that we have. We have less than 30 brothers. Okay, they're elevating their life. They're doing the things that they need to do, and they're reaching the next level. They're reaching their goals. Okay, and that's what this life is all about. Living the life that you truly desire and doing the things that you need to do to get there. And most importantly, having the right mindset in order to get there. Okay, so I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one, and I appreciate your attention on this video. Right, we have the attention of a goldfish, but you're still here. So if you are still watching the video, that means that you don't have an attention of a goldfish. So type below goldfish, type below goldfish. No one's going to understand why. There's going to be so many comments saying goldfish, but we will, because we have a great mindset and we're calling people out who don't. We're calling people out who don't watch, longer videos, but we're getting back to that. That's why I want to create longer videos. I've been creating longer videos, and usually all of my videos are long form. Like, it's hard to find a video of mine that's under 10 minutes. And that's just because I truly appreciate what we're capable of as human beings. We're capable of still sitting down, learning, lecture style, taking something from it, commenting, contributing, critiquing. I welcome it all. And I just appreciate your energy on this channel. So I just want to say thank you. If you type goldfish, I'll definitely give you a heart and I'll show my appreciation. God bless. See you in the next one. Peace. If I didn't learn to defeat that, she probably wouldn't be sitting here. I had to man up. When you're dealing with lust, that's some little boy stuff. And we got to be honest about that as men. We got to come together and we got to help each other. If you really, really going through lust, bro, I'm talking about it's really bad, DM me the word brotherhood.